Hey, we're live. It's Cheryl Shauna, aka Sunshine Murray. And today I am here with a story to tell you. And you guys in the comments can let me know if you think this story is true or not. So, what I'm going to be doing, please, first of all, share this video, press like, subscribe. This is going to be so fun. First of all, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you guys that have subscribed. Share and ask someone to subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Today we're talking about blood. It's liquid like water. So that is my series that I'm going to be doing. I don't have all the fancy software or anything yet, but you don't need all that to tell a good story. Everyone loves a good story, right? Okay, so today's blood is liquid like water. We're going to talk about, we're going to call this one Big Sister, Little Sister. Okay, so when I'm telling these stories, um, you can say if they are true or false in the comment or not, but just for a little disclaimer, I'm not gonna be saying names. No, one. This is not about anyone that I know personally in particular. So let's talk about that. It's just a great story, but you can tell me if you in the comments feel like if it's true, um, if you like the story. So we're gonna call this story Big Sister, Little Sister. So we're gonna take it back around to the 80s. There was a woman, and a woman, she had several children, and she ended up having um, maybe four boys, we'll say, and three girls, so seven children. And this woman, she wasn't a single mom. It's just that her and her husband, they worked all the time to provide for their family. And they had seven children, and they wanted their children to go to college and be well off and survive in this world. So they both worked, and they ended up leaving their children at home. And um, as the children grew older, the children began to do normal things like date, people in the community, courtship. And we're going to start with the little sister. The little sister, she was more advanced than any of the other sisters, and she had more voluptuous body parts, and she was just like really feeling herself at a young age. Little sister. So you got little sister, middle sister, and older sister. And let's not forget the four brothers. You know, the four brothers were doing their thing, sports, whatever, dating girls, whatever. So the parents were always gone. The parents were really working to provide a upscale life at home for these siblings, for seven children, and they were doing an awesome job. So it left room just for a lot to go on in the home, as far as the little sister having sex within the household with her mates and things like that. So the little sister met this amazing guy. He was just an amazing guy to her, even though they were young. You know, they were all from this upscale community. And the guy that she met was from an upscale family as well. And even though they were mingling in sex and having unprotected sex, um, mingling, having unprotected sex and everything, they both still wanted to achieve their goals as far as graduating high school and going on to college because they were very young. And of course, the baby sister um, got pregnant by this guy. And when she went and told the guy, he was just so happy about it. And she said, "Well, we're young, we haven't graduated high school or anything. What are we gonna do with the baby?" And he said, "Well, I'm responsible. I'm going to help you take care." So they went to their parents, and the parents was very livid, like, "How could this happen? How could this happen? This is absurd." And they were just shocked that the young couple had conceived a child at such young teenage ages. And a few months went on, and a few months went by, and they were still in school, and they were coping with the decision that they made, and they were both being responsible. And it came to the middle sister began to show, her belly began to grow and grow and grow and grow. And then everyone realized, like, oh my God, the middle sister, she is growing, she is pregnant too, but she was just a little bit older than the smaller sister. But no one knew who that she was pregnant by, because she was just a middle child. She had that middle child syndrome, and she always kept to herself. And they were telling her, like, who did this, how did you get pregnant, where's the father? And she explained to everyone that while she was in college, she had met this guy, and they began to talk and have unprotected sex or whatever. And that he could have possibly been the father, because by this time the middle girl is in her first years of college while the younger sister is okay now. Okay, so moving right along. um Now there's two sisters pregnant, and these sisters are really, really close to each other. So we got little sister, middle sister, and then we got the big sister who's so overprotective over the sisters. Um, she has already had children. She was in her second year of college and or whatever, and nobody really knew who her children's father was either. Okay, so she's overprotective over the sisters. Now her little sisters are about to have babies, so they go on and they have the children. And the baby sister, she does graduate from high school and goes to college. Everyone is going doing everything that they need to be doing, being so mature and everything about everything, helping to raise the children, just really, really, really tight knit. And of course, the father was involved, the younger sister's kids father. And so time goes on, and this is 15 years, 16, 17 years later, and the cousins of the sisters, the three sisters, now their children are really, really tight. They're really, really close, and they're hanging out and going around the town and doing what children do, teenagers do. Everybody's still living an upscale life. And the cousins of the children of the three sisters were driving around one night, and they were partying, and they were just having a great time. And they were coming from a party, and a drunk driver smashed into them. Okay, immediately the youngest sister was ejected. No, not the youngest sister. The youngest sister's daughter was ejected from out of the passenger seat on to the highway. It was a bad, terrible accident. It was just horrific. The other cousins, the three sisters' daughters, because they're all first cousins. The other two cousins, they were injured badly and everything. A helicopter came, and the youngest sister's daughter had to be airlifted to another town because they were going to save her life. This was time to save her life, and they did everything like the jaws of life and all of that. And basically, what ended up happening is the baby sister's daughter, she was going to need a blood transfusion. And they were trying to find a match for the correct blood transfusion. And as everybody in the family began to come, family and friends begin to come and donate their blood. Um, the nurses and everybody, the hospital staff was testing the blood just to see. So everybody was waiting around, and this was the next morning. And there were the two other sisters' daughters were out of the hospital, and they were in this other town. They had drove up because they was okay. They were okay. They had minor, they had injuries, but they was going to be okay. And they was more concerned about the blood transfusion. So the next morning, everybody's at the hospital. Every family and friends is donating blood. And then the doctors come out, and the doctor says to the cousin, he says, "Oh, you're here. Your sister's a perfect match to donate this blood." And she turns, and she looks around, and she says, "I don't have a sister." And she says, "I don't have any sisters. This is the youngest, the middle child's daughter." Okay. And then she looks at it, and she said, "Did you mean my cousin?" And then he said, "No, your sister." And he had the DNA results. And he said, "I don't care which sister it is. One of you sisters is a match for your sister. So just get in here, and one of you guys can donate the blood." And they looked at each other and said, "We're cousins." And the doctors looked at the toxicology and the DNA reports and everything and said, "Let me check this out." He said, "No, you all three are sisters." Definitely, definitely. Blood is liquid, like water. It's like all of the sisters had been having sex with the same guy the whole time and were getting pregnant by him. Oh my God. Even the oldest sister. Like, blood is liquid like water. So stay tuned. I hope you like this story. This story doesn't end here, there's more. And guys, let me know in the comments if you think this story is true, if you think this story has some truth to it, has some fiction to it. Let me know if you like these type of stories. If you like this content, like this channel, subscribe to this channel. It's free. It's Cheryl Shanna, CheroShannana, on YouTube. And continue on tomorrow. We're going to be continuing this story about the three cousins that are definitely three sisters now. And then we're going to get more into it. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Now we're getting ready to go on live and do the live readings and the live free life number charts. If you would like to know your life number, we'll be going live in about 30 minutes. I'm going to set up real quick, and we're going to be doing the free readings and the life number charts. Like, subscribe to this channel. I hope you like the content. Stay tuned tomorrow for blood is liquid like water. Okay, we're going to continue the story from today, and then there are going to be more stories about family and how like blood is liquid like water, like how to watch out for those fake family members. Okay, so tune in. See you tomorrow. Peace. It's your girl Cheryl Shauna, aka Sunshine Murray.